All praise to the Most High, and to our Heavenly Mother, and to our brother. I was just walking Puppy, and then there's this expensive store. They call it a food co-op, and then rich people go there. Only super rich people go there, right? And then in the morning time, they'll just sit bags of food just out there for anyone to get. So I was just walking there. I didn't expect nothing there. I never really get anything there. But sometimes it's some interesting stuff. So I was walking in there, and then they had all this stuff here. And then right after I went to the store, and I just had brought some macaroni. See, and then if you see what's happening in Hawaii right now, I remember that before we used to have to drive. It was like down the coast, and they had houses that were built, like one house was built completely out of stone, and the road was there, and then it was like picture postcard, and even on high tide it looks like it would have still been cool. But on the other side of the whole highway road, it's not a Berry Rick road, like a 2-lane road, okay, and it's on the side of the water. So as you're traveling down that road, there's like subdivisions all back up there, and they're all like all white. You know, all the houses are painted, almost look all alike but different. You can see it's like it's got to be all white people live there. All the houses are white. All of them look nice. And then they're showing those waves are hitting all of those houses in the subdivisions that are all along the beach. All of these waterfront places, and these houses, these subdivisions are tucked away back kind of far inland. They say the water's coming up all the way over there. Do you know what that means? I've been there, and it's like I traveled the ley lines over there. The Most High is amazing. Somehow, spiritually, all that time, all them years that I spent in Hawaii, traveling those ley lines, I was there for that purpose. Now that water is coming all the way up on those houses, all the way over there, where those people thought that they were going to live there forever. Not even the one that was built right on the water's edge. That house was badass. They had a bunch of them. And then they had some houses that were there, and those people had all kind of signs saying they were Native Hawaiian. They had all these little canoes, all this stuff. They were so proud. They were right there on the water's edge, right where these waves are coming in. That's where they were. It looked like they were there forever. But they're not the real Hawaiians. Those are $5 Hawaiians. They were so racist. I'll stand before the fire, in the midst of the fire, and I swear before the Most High God of Israel and everything I know, those people were racist as shit. They hated me, bro. They wanted to hurt me. Nah, that's where that water is hitting right now. All praise to the Most High. That's where that water is hitting. I didn't believe it. I just looked online and I saw that. And I'm going to testify. Yeah, I lived in Hawaii. I raised my kids there. My son went to high school. He played football. We lived in Hawaii. Those people were all full of hate for us. And they got that statue in the middle of that downtown, right where that palace is. That statue ain't never turned an inch wide. I don't know what that thing is made out of, but it's black as night, as black as it can get. All them white folks, all these fake Hawaiians putting lays on them everywhere, every year. But that statue was built specifically to stay black no matter how hot that sun gets. It ain't been nothing but black that I saw. So, when I walked to the store, I don't know what this is, but it's a little brand new package inside the store. They give to these bums. It must be good for y'all. This is chia seed. Then some carnation instant milk. You can cook something with that. Then what's this? It says some corn syrup, but then look, barbecue sauce. That would guess they left it for Juneteenth. No one racist on it. Okay, what is this? This looks good. It's some kind of organic something. Then look, some brand new raspberries. And then this chestnut's supposed to be good for you. And then I went to that stupid fancy store over there. And then I brought that bread. That bread was $6, right? Yeah, you know, I felt like a millionaire when it brought. Only thing I got was that loaf of bread. That damn bread was so good because it was some kind of fresh break bread, and I got a free loaf. Then this box, it was in the bag. This box was so fancy and stuff. It came with all kind of papers and stuff, and this is some instant coffee. And then this, I see this in the store, but I don't, you know, I don't really like Indian food, but I mean, I guess I could. I can make curry. Then look, I just brought some macaroni. And then this looks interesting. Don't know, some kind of stuff is black. But that's not what I'm trying to say to you, bro. Look, I'm sorry, I'm taking too much of y'all time. Now, I was leaving the store, me and Puppy, right? I saw the guy. I've seen him before. I said, thank you very much. We appreciate, you know, when you do for helping out people. When he looked at me, y'all, he looked at me so racist and so hateful. Right? Just a few minutes ago, you know, I'd been home, I guess. I said, you know, I'm writing a song called The 5 Points of Cain. It's going to hide your hand after he hurt you. He was a murderer from the start. I ain't just really started it. But all praise to the Most High. I guess the 5 points of Cain is real, because if I had it been somebody else, like a, you know, down and out, man, he would have probably been really cool with me and stuff. The 5 points of Cain is real. All praise to the Most High. I'm working on it.